I'd like to talk about the operations module within Cloud Analytics. Now, if you're not a manufacturing company, you probably don't want to pay a whole lot of attention to this. If you are a manufacturing company, this is going to make your life a lot easier as we publish the schedule to the floor and try to keep line scheduling updated. And instead of doing it via Excel, you can do it within Cloud Analytics. If I go to the operations module tab, you can see that there's several options here. What I'm going to focus on right now is released order summary. So this is a view of all the orders that are created within the system, and these are work orders. I'm just going to choose a branch, and I'm going to choose a department, which is all configurable within Cloud Analytics. And I'm going to pick a work center, which is, again, also configurable within Cloud Analytics. Now you can see I've got a couple of tabs here, released and unreleased. Release meaning the work order was given to the production floor to go ahead and put in the schedule. Unreleased means that it's still sitting within the confines of the planning team to do either some material shortage review, or maybe there's a capacity constraint and they haven't just released it to the floor. So under this tab, you can see there's multiple column headers across the top that will give you different pieces of information. There is a work order and the status. If there's a specific order type that's coming from the ERP system, we can define that here. A workstation, if it's scheduled within the scheduling tool, we can assign that there as well. We have item number, any item groups, if it is defined as being part of an item group within Cloud Analytics. Description, there's a notes field so that you can add notes or take away notes. If I want to say run first as an example, and this is past due, I can enter these notes in here, and that will follow through all the other operations screens within Cloud Analytics. There's a release date. So if we're tracking the release date for a particular work order within the ERP system or within Cloud Analytics, we can populate that release date. There's a planned start date based on the work order dates, actual start dates based on some type of completion that happens through the routing sequence. There's an order of priority. So I want to run this order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what we do a lot of times is during a manufacturing implementation of Cloud Analytics, we will identify what items get assigned to what production lines, and then what priority do I want to run it in order to optimize my changeovers. Basically, you would be running something from ease of changeover. So I only have a little bit of changeover time in between order number 1 and order number 2. Or you can also be running it from, say, a clean to dirty perspective. That can be populated within the configuration screen within Cloud Analytics and auto assign the order priority based on groupings of batch releases of dates, as well as the orders within those dates can be assigned a priority. Buffer health is another good metric that we can populate that basically tells us how much inventory that we have in order to support the buffer at that particular level. So if I'm running an order just to fill a buffer, or I'm running an order to actually fill a customer order or work order, I can see that information in this particular screen. There's some order information here, as well as head counts required, the remaining setup hours and labor hours and machine hours, and all that can be configured within Cloud Analytics. Either it's going to be pulled from the ERP system, or if you don't have that data available or you don't trust the data, we can populate that information within Cloud Analytics. You have the ability to notify a specific individual. So if I'm looking at this particular work order and I'm a planner and I decide I want to contact the supervisor that's on the floor and ask them about these first 2 orders, I can hit the notify button and choose an email and add my message in and send that to that individual. And it also sends them a link specifically to this page so they can go in and take a look at it as well. You can download this into Excel and have that where you can do your sorting and formatting and all of that stuff as well. Now, one thing that we do like about the scheduling function and the ROS function within Cloud Analytics is we do have the ability to present this on a monitor or on an iPad or some other form of device. In order to get away from this paper schedules, you can actually view it virtually someplace else. And again, you still have your favorites button up here on the top, And there's a scheduling button that will actually take you to the scheduling functionality within Cloud Analytics. And we're going to go there right now.